Here's another podcast from the Pod Bros Network.
The year 2007. Time travel is a reality, and it's fallen into criminal hands. With history itself at risk, the United States has formed the Time Enforcement Commission, a top-secret agency responsible for policing the temporal stream. Track unlawful travelers across time. Their mission, protect the past, preserve the future. These agents are known as Time Cops.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Jean-Pod Van Damme Cast. It is Jeff and John in studio, and we are taking on Timecop, the TV series. Yes, you heard that right. The TV series that was on ABC from 1997. It was a 1-hour episode adventure sci-fi in which Jack Logan is a time traveler from 2007.
A distant year.
Yep. Who hunts down rogue travelers and brings them to justice before they can alter the past. Like, why did you choose 2007? Honestly, 10 years from now, you think time travel is really going to be a thing in 1997? Like, oh yeah, definitely. No, I don't think so.
I guess they probably did it because they didn't want to focus too much on, I don't know, because they had sci-fi weapons and stuff in it too.
I know, man. Yeah, definitely. So let's just clear the air here first up before we even get into the first episode. There was only 9 episodes. It was 1 season long, and it got canceled. There were supposed to be 13, but at the 9th one, ABC was just like, no. And they were pretty much like, oh man, right when they felt like they were actually starting to get something with the 9th episode, ABC was like, no, you're done after this.
And then
so
Netflix didn't exist at the time, so they couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. There was no hashtags to save Timecop. But at that time, the only other thing you could really do was save it in books and comics. And originally, if you guys aren't familiar, originally was a comic. And I think I see 2 of them. I don't know if it was just a 2-part series or whatnot. I know it went from August to October, apparently, back in the day. And so that could be 2 books. I don't know. But it was a comic. But then, after the series, it became 3 books. So,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah, there's this Timecop trilogy in book form, but
I'll put it next to my Tech War collection.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we're gonna start getting into reviewing comics and books of.
We might,
but who knows if we're running out of ideas with the.
Tony has that Cyborg comic.
I know, I do want to read that.
Me too.
I do want to.
It would make for a good comic.
I was gonna say that's the only one that I would want to do a review on.
Yes.
Blend our Kapowcast Pencil and Ink reviews with our Jean-Pod Van Damme Cast.
Hell,
you can find all these great shows at podbros.com as well. So yeah, getting into it. IMDb has this television series at 6.9 out of 10. So
that's rated more highly than most of JCVD's movies.
Yes, exactly. And it is one of those things that I think if this came out later on, basically maybe in 2007, you'd probably have people talking about how great it was alongside Firefly and how ABC was terrible in canceling it.
Yeah, I think if they'd put it somewhere like, I think it would have done well on like the BBC or something. They really enjoy the lower budget sci-fi shows like this. It's right up their alley.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is something that as a kid I would have expected to see on the CBC randomly, along with like right after Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf.
Yeah, man. The cast in this, there was plenty of different directors, and I think Peter Hyams actually directed one of the episodes as well.
Oh, no kidding.
But the cast in this, Ted King plays Officer Jack Logan, and you might know Ted King from Charmed, as in Inspector Andy, I don't know. He's had 34 credits to his name. I'm really sorry. He's still doing stuff in 2018. So let's scroll from the bottom on up, actually. Ooh, he played Death in the Midnight Hour, a 1985 TV movie.
Ooh.
Which this looks really sweet, dude. We got to find this. This one we might have to look at that, man.
That looks very familiar.
It does, doesn't it? Phil, Melissa, Mitch, Mary, and Vinny are high school friends who unwittingly raise the dead on Halloween night. Once the dead have returned, Pitchford Cove will never be the same again, or will it?
Watch to find out.
Yep.
Looks like they used like a bunch of extra costumes from The Wiz or something.
Dude, yeah, man. Yeah. He was in the X-Files as FBI agent on Roof. He was in Blade as a vampire at Rave. He played Inspector Andy Trudeau for 22 episodes in Charmed. That's what you probably know him the most by. Law and Order, Sex and the City. These are all one-episode stuff. Imposter as RMR Operator. Glory Days TV series as Jack Corbin for one episode. He was in Frasier for one episode. The Hoax as Frank. General Hospital.
He seems like a soap actor.
You really know him from General Hospital for 510 episodes. Lorenzo Alcazar, or Luis Alcazar.
Was the other one the twin brother after the first one died?
Yeah, probably. Prison Break as Downey for 7 episodes for you Prison Break fans. He was in One Life to Live, for 126 episodes as Thomas Delgado, or Thomas DeGaldo. Must have been the evil twin brother there.
He was Tomas.
Yeah, Tomas DeGaldo. Alpha House for 3 episodes. That was with John Goodman. I think that was that the Amazon series?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, give me the pen.
I need to
wear
a straitjacket when I record.
You're gonna get the gauntlet, boy. There's a throwback to the Bloodsport episode. The Good Neighbor, Sean's father. 1 episode of Hawaii Five-0.
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
Oh.
And My Dinner with Hervé as the director. That's one of the latest. Milkshake Girls is 2018 short. So yeah, I'm really surprised because this guy had a good face, actually.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad actor.
Yeah, not a bad actor at all.
Don't know if he can do the splits or not.
Right, no, but he really, I thought I would see him in more stuff than what he's been in. So,
yeah. No backsack either. So
yeah, no backsack in this at all. So here's a guy. The next up, we have Don Stark playing Eugene Matuzak, but I think they called him Mac for short.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I guess Matuzak, Mac.
Take all the letters out of the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like how Jeff Loeb, his first name's actually Joseph Loeb.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, can you believe that?
That's how you went with Jeff.
What a fraud.
Of course, that's how you went with Jeff. Of course, Jeff.
It's not a real Jeff.
Yeah, seriously.
I always wondered, who the fuck spells their name Jeff with a PH? And yeah.
Okay, so this guy, Don Stark, I go, who is this guy? I know this guy. It's driving me insane. Who is this guy? 142 credits to his name. He was in Angel Investors as Malone. Oh, no, this is rumored. This is brand new. Beyond the Sky as Bill Johnson. Let's see. Shameless as Wubby in a 2018 episode. Let's see if you know him from any. There's Johnny, a TV series. Bernie Greenfield. C Street, Cafe Society. This is all. Oh, he was on the Mark Maron show as Jerry for 5 episodes. Monkey Up as Tucker as a voice.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, there was an Odd Couple TV series in 2015. Interesting.
I was unaware of that too.
He was in the Mindy Project for 1 episode. Castle for 2 episodes. Red Sleep for 4 episodes. All right, let's just get to the point. And I know I'm going to butcher the name until I say it. He was the dad in not Red in That 70s Show. He was Donna's dad in That 70s Show.
Holy shit!
That's how I know.
That's
Bob
my
Pinciotti,
goodness.
right? Pinciotti.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, Bob Pinciotti with the perm. That was him.
So, oh wow,
Don Stark. I was like, I know this voice, I know that face, and I was like, I remember him making stupid faces, but I can't remember what I remembered him from. And I had to look it up, and I was just like,
that's
oh my
amazing how different he is in this. How he just the way he carries himself.
Hey, Red, how's it going?
The perfect annoying neighbor.
Yep. Christy Conaway played Claire Hemmings. Kurt Fuller played Dr. Dale Easter. Christy Conaway, she was the Ice Princess in Batman Returns.
Oh.
Let's see what else. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, she has 22 credits to her name. The last thing she did was in 2001 with Joe Somebody, featuring Tim Allen. Oh, she was in... Oh, wait, no. The Expendables, but a 2000 TV movie, not the... A group of female convicts volunteer for a mission to rescue a woman from a Cuban prison.
Sounds exactly the same to me.
Yeah, seriously.
Damn all-male reboots.
I know. She was in Underworld as Julianne, Tales from the Crypt as Willis Sandleton for one episode. She was in Lodestar, The Legend of Tully Bodine, the Sega CD video game, as a news anchor.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
We should review that.
Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. She was Louise Honey Parker. And let's see if she was in Doc Hollywood, Receptionist, Night Court as Woman. So, yeah. I'm surprised she hopefully retired in 2001. Yeah,
didn't die in a horrific helicopter accident or anything.
Still says she's alive. So, yeah, there you go. She was a successful model in Japan before returning to the United States to pursue acting.
Oh, wow.
So, there you go. Kurt Fuller. Here's a dude that I think everyone knows. Like, he's kind of that guy that you're like, I know who you are, but I don't know your name. You might know him as Hardemeyer in Ghostbusters, too.
Yep.
So, he was in Midnight in Paris as John, Anger Management as Frank Head. I'm surprised. He's in so much other things that they're saying what he's known for, and it's definitely not like, you know him. You basically, if you've watched any 80s and 90s movie, he's pretty much been in it.
Wasn't he in a Schwarzenegger flick?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he was. Was he Race or something?
Eraser. Was it Eraser? It might have been.
Let me see. We'll find out.
Yep. Through the magic of the internet.
So the good thing about this is we're going to be doing reviews for each episode. And for those that hate when I get into this rabbit hole of cast, you're not going to get that for every episode. Unless there's a new surprise person there.
Today's episode
Oh, wow. This guy. Hang on a minute.
He's in an episode of Dallas.
Oh, Nash Bridges again, right? We got to do another Nash Bridges podcast. And you got to get, take a drink whenever we make reference to have to do it. Oh, he was in Psych. Got to do a USA Network.
Yep.
Take a shot. Sorry, guys. Let's see. He was in Scandal for 4 episodes. That TV series. I think it's still going on. Gosh, he's done a lot, man. He was in L.A. He was the video game L.A. Noire as Richard Coombs, voice. Supernatural as Zachariah, Mr. Adler for 7 episodes. Van Wilder, freshman year, as Dean Charles Reardon.
I think I might have missed that one.
I don't know. Did I see that one? I might have seen that one, like on Comedy Central or something. Private Valentine, blonde and dangerous, as Cousin Barry. He was in Superhero Movie, Bank Loan Officer.
Oh, no.
Mr. Woodcock as Councilman Luke. He's in one episode on a lot of stuff, too. He was in the Batman 2004 TV series as Superior for 1 episode. Avatar, The Last Airbender as Quan in additional voices for 1 episode. Huh. Detective Barton in Desperate Housewives. He was Walter Ribbon in The Pursuit of Happiness. Charmed for 1 episode. Like I said, what's his face that we did for Bloodsport 4, who was like the Canadian guy who was in basically every hit TV show for 1 episode?
Yeah.
He's kind of doing this. Kurt Fuller's doing this again. He was in Las Vegas. Uh-oh. We might have to review that episode now if we can find it. He was in Ray as Sam Clark. A lot of TV, man. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
The new guy, Mr. Undine. He was in the Tick 2001 TV series as Destroyo.
I'll have to rewatch it. I didn't give that show a fair shake when it first came out. I kind of regret that I didn't because it was good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly funny.
He was in That's My Bush as Carl Robe.
Oh, no.
That's hilarious. Scary Movie as Sheriff.
Oh, no. Oh, that's right.
Yep. Pushing 10 as Ed Klabes.
There's like that one part where like Dilly's his pictures ring any bells and like showing himself in his underwear. Like, is this doing anything for it?
Yep.
No,
nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
Oh,
okay. Suddenly Susan for 1 episode. The Faculty is Everett Sloan TV series. The Fan is Bernie.
Oh,
De Niro
wow.
and Wesley Snipes. Hey, put that pen down.
Damn it.
I know I'm really intriguing you with me going through his cast list. So.
I need to wear a straitjacket when I podcast.
You do.
Some other bondage gear too, probably.
He was Russell in Wayne's World. Okay, he must not have been in Eraser. Oh, he was in Quantum Leap. Oh, let's do a Quantum Leap podcast, dude.
Another time traveling.
Seriously.
There were a bunch of time traveling shows around that time. There's that. There's Time Tracks.
He was in No Holds Barred as Brell.
Oh, holy shit.
That's where I remember him from.
That must have been it, yeah.
Yep.
No Holds Barred.
Oh, Jake and the Fat Man. There we go. There's another TV series we should
do the entire filmography of.
Yep. Oh, The Running Man.
That was it.
The Running Man.
Yep,
Tony.
that was it.
There it is. Okay, it was only and he was a Knight Rider as well. It was the third one down, so I had to go through all of his. I was like, I know I do remember him in a Schwarzenegger film. That was it. And I'll leave this last but not least is Tom O'Brien as Ian Pascoe, just so that because I mean, these first few episodes we see him in, so he does kind of play the antagonist, which
the foil.
I just kind of spoiled it for myself, which I thought he was going to play the antagonist throughout the whole series, but he doesn't. So, sorry.
Spoiler for me too.
If I had to get spoiled, so do you. He was in Supernatural as Clark Adams, Alien Incursion as Stucker, Stargate SG-1 as Brian Vogler for one episode. These are all one episode stuff. Let's see if Smallville, Roger Nixon for 5 episodes. Also in Charmed. Everyone's in Charmed if you're in this series. The Astronaut's Wife is Alan Dodge.
I never saw that.
I've only seen bits and parts of it. The X-Files is Sergeant Louis Frisch.
Another X-Files alumni.
Yeah, man. Murder, She Wrote, Jason Giles.
Yes.
Anytime I see Murder, She Wrote, no matter how many episodes, I gotta mention it. And I think that's good.
I agree.
I'm really sorry. I know you're probably like, let's get this over with.
Oh, no. We found out that he was in The Running Man, and that scratched that itch in my brain.
Okay. I'm glad we could at least do that. Okay, now there is no trivia and there's no quotes here, so maybe they are in separate episodes. So we'll see. So episode 1, the pilot, 1888, London, England, November. We see a guy get out of a horse-drawn carriage, walks up to a prostitute, pulls out a cane sword, and
chases her for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Another guy's watching with night vision goggles on. He walks up behind him, snaps the dude's neck. He killed Jack the Ripper. And she's like, oh, thank you for saving me. He's like, and now... I forget how he says it, but she's like, but you just killed... She's like, and now you're going to die. But you just killed him. No, Catherine, I just became him. And then he has this electrified knife that he pulls out, and then we get the intro, and it's like, the year 2007. Time travel is a reality, and it has fallen into criminal hands. With history itself at risk, the United States has formed the Time Enforcement Commission, a top-secret agency responsible for policing the temporal stream. Timecop. An elite team of agents track unlawful travelers across time. Their mission? Protect the past, preserve the future. These agents are known as Time Cops. Now we're in 2007 at the TEC headquarters. This is entitled A Rip in Time. We see 2 agents talking while one is going through some crazy on-screen stuff. It's almost Matrix-esque. It's almost Matrix-esque in a way. Instead of the putting it in the back of his head, it's basically, he calls it like the migraine machine or whatever. And it's a bunch of stuff, a bunch of information going through, and he ends up seeing it and knowing it. He's like, how do I know that? She talks about basically needing safeguards, and he says, my only safeguard I need is my instinct. Then they have a really cool stealing computer, but I would assume that would hurt your neck, having to always look up at it. The screen on the ceiling. I mean,
no
it's
planetarium seats or anything.
Yes, you stole my joke, dang it. Yeah, and we see that Kurt Fuller is their historian guy. He's in some weird, crazy library office. They discuss who the original Ripper was and how someone went back in time for whatever reason, trying to figure out who this guy is. And We see Logan sitting in a crazy time cop car. There's the countdown going on. He goes through that gel wall. And I was like, this show would definitely be made for Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Sci-Fi did not try to pick this show up when it was canceled.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still confused as to why they always have it end on a brick wall.
Like, I know, man. I know.
Why not have
I was
a crash
thinking
pad on the
yeah,
end of
seriously. They're like
net.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, no crash pad.
Either
no
time
nothing.
travel or fucking splat. There's no in between.
There's no in between. You're right, and you have to do it correctly, or there is a splat. So he falls into a bed. A woman is in there. She screams for Charles. Guy punches him, and almost like the first time cop movie, he brags about being a boxing champion, but Logan knocks him out. He dresses up. He hears his lady scream outside. She's on the ground. He's chasing after a guy from the shadows. Night vision goggle guy comes out. They fight. A lady comes out with a lamp that blinds the night vision goggles guy, and he runs off. The police come. They think Logan is Jack the Ripper. The investigator talks to the female witness while the news is going crazy at Logan. They argue. Investigator tells the Bobby to lock him up. We see that we see that the Ripper dropped a pocket watch, and Logan finds a thumbprint on it. Logan is just talking himself into being the Ripper more and more with the investigator. He's talking about all the evidence and whatnot, and the investigator is just like, how are you not the Ripper? He ends up talking with the prisoner in a cell, and Logan...
The acting in this is amazing, by the way.
Oh, man.
All the
yeah.
Cockney accents.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The definitely this one. Like, this is the one that you started out with. I was like, oh, man. Well, this explains why this only lasted for 9 episodes. Yeah. He's talking with the prisoner in the cell. Logan finds the timepiece is actually a time travel piece. And then all of a sudden, when he finds that out, the bad guy blows a hole into the wall, shooting everything up, takes out the police. He wants his pocket watch. He said it, Timecop. There's a titular line. They talk back and forth about why he's doing it. He's saying he's a visionary. Logan calls him a psychopath. And then he jumps out of the hole that he blew in the wall and goes into the water down below. Logan finds the woman, warns her that she's in trouble, and she's like very reluctant. He's like, you have no idea what I just swam through to get here. He wants to save her life, also thinks she has a real talent for drawing. He tells her to offer up a picture of Jack the Ripper in the tabloids, so she does. Get a little montage of her drawing as he metals stuff together to put onto the pocket watch to get the thumbprint. He then tells her for whatever reason not to come back and to escape, play a little fox and hound with the bobbies as she escapes. He pinches one of the cop's noses while he's sleeping and then takes off running. Very like almost Three Stooges-esque. Yes. So we're back in 2007. They got the mugshot come up on the computer and they scan it and see that the thumbprint is hidden on it, and they try to find out who this guy is. The man that destroyed your jail is the Ripper, Logan says to the investigator. Give me the watch back and I'll help you. The investigator accidentally opens it up and sees the time hole, and he's like, oh, holy shit, you are telling the truth. Logan tells him the truth even further. He's a time cop.
These guys are really bad at their jobs.
Yes, man. I mean, yeah.
He just bumbles in every episode that we've watched so far.
I do have to say, I'm actually like it that he does get beat up and he doesn't get the upper hand all the time against some of these guys, because it's like something new.
What confuses me, why doesn't he travel back in time in period clothing? Like he wears a time cop uniform.
I know, right?
He goes.
And he has to go pick up clothing at that spot. But yet they do
but
other
except for
things.
one episode. The one episode when they went to the 1970s, he went back in a leisure suit.
In a leisure suit, yeah,
exactly.
Like, well, I guess there's still leisure suits around, right? They see on the wall writing that says, when all hands come together, she dies. And he's talking about time. Midnight at Big Ben.
He has a regular Batman Riddler.
It was, dude. Yeah.
A sparrow with a machine gun.
We find out that Ian Pascoe is the bad guy. He doesn't have a driver's license because he's 13 in 2007. And then he disappeared while they were trying to find him. They're like, oh, he disappeared 2 months ago. Sorry. So it's going to be really hard to find him.
Shouldn't the time cops from his time
I know, right? So what happened in his time?
Did they get
the government?
defunded?
I was just going to say, the government was like, this is terrible. Do you see these time cops? Look at this Jack Logan guy. This guy causes too much damage.
His name's everywhere in the history books for the past couple hundred years.
Doesn't he know this whole idea? Don't
Yeah.
step on a butterfly. It's like in the past. What's going on?
Well, he does make out with every woman he meets.
I know, dude. He's
including a Victorian prostitute.
Yeah, dude.
Don't ever kiss a prostitute, especially a Victorian prostitute.
I know, man. I know. We've learned that the hard way in our time travels. Different show, though.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/podbros.
It's an exclusive.
So we're back to 1888. Logan and Ian meet up. He has a bomb collar around the girl's neck with C4, and it's the ultimate ticking clock, he says. It's made from an impenetrable ally. Don't try to help her. And then they get philosophical about her dying and if Logan will still be alive if she dies.
And yet they're already fucking up the time stream left and right.
I was like, are you alluding that this is his great-great-great-great-grandmother? And then he kisses her?
Yeah. They did the nasty and the pasty.
Yep. Logan throws the watch, opening up a hole. They fight. Who are you? I'm from the future. He jumps through the hole. Logan stops the collar bomb. She kisses him and the midnight bell tolls. He's then talking with the investigator. They both say they never got their man. And then he meets up with H.G. Wells. Sorry.
I forgive you.
I'm stroking out here.
It's all this damage to the time stream doing it to you.
I know, man. Seriously. Elementary, my dear Inspector, elementary. And he travels back in time. The Eagle has landed. And so Kurt Fuller gives him a book. And we see that Logan turned H.G. Wells' time machine book into a bunch of illustrations by the prostitute. And it's worthless now. It's basically, oh, thank you, Jack Logan.
They did have illustrations, I believe. At least the edition I read it. Maybe I should look up if that actually is from the lady and if she actually was a prostitute or not, because it'd be funny.
That'd be really sweet if they
actually
were
It'd be funny if she was not a prostitute and they just cast her as a prostitute.
It is the 90s, so you're probably right. They're like, no one's going to research this. There's no Wikipedia. So that's it. That's episode 1, man.
Yes.
So I think just like with the JCVD Amazon Van Johnson TV series, we'll wait till the end to give it a full rating.
Sounds good
overall. So, but just off that episode, what was your first reaction to it?
It was funny. I mean, it was entertaining. They really started off with a bang with a Jack the Ripper impersonator, time traveling serial killer.
Yeah, man.
With a premise like that, it definitely gets your attention. It was very hokey and it had a really bizarre elements of sci-fi and police drama and detective work and the most inept detective work ever. This guy, he's a total sci-fi protagonist.
It's almost comedic.
Yeah.
It really is.
He just punches his way through every situation and just all action.
I think the thing that blows my mind is the fact that ABC greenlit this.
I know. I didn't realize this was on ABC. Yeah. I would have figured it was on Fox or something.
They're like, let's do this. Yeah, I know, right? And then on top of that, they had an 8 o'clock time slot. And so that's why they thought basically that they were kind of doomed, because it was still in the realm of children. So that's why it might have been comedic in a way, because children were still watching it. They said that they felt they could get dark and grittier if they would have been moved up basically to the 9 o'clock.
Well, they started out with murdering prostitutes.
I know, right? I mean, I can't see much of a difference between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock with that episode, to be honest.
Were they going to go all like silk stockings with it or something?
Yeah. No, seriously. How much darker and grittier could you really get with it? I mean, it's a goofy sci-fi.
Yeah, this is something series. I would have expected, speaking of silk stockings, on USA or something like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It reminds me of shows like Forever Night and other shows of that.
It reminds me of sci-fi. It reminds me of kind of the beginnings of sci-fi. It's seriously hey, why isn't this show on it with all the cheesy graphics and whatnot as well? I seriously am kind of surprised that this did not get picked up over there after it got canceled, or they didn't at least order the last remaining 3 or 4 episodes to be made. And then a full series on Sci-Fi. Of
course, in '97, Sci-Fi was just a little...
Yeah, I know, right? Network. Yeah, they were probably begging and pleading for, budget on anything. So, yeah, that's it, man. That
was the start of the phenomenon, the 9-episode phenomenon.
Yeah, man. So that was released September 22nd, 1997. And the director of that was Alan Arkush. The writers were Mark Verheiden, Alfred Goh, and others. let's see if we have any. There's no trivia here, but there are goofs, factual errors. Catherine Eddowes was murdered on September 30th, 1888, not on November 7th, as the team's record said.
Well, obviously that's because of time travel.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was a ripple.
It is stated that Sir William Gould died 6 months after November 1888. However, in reality, he died on January 29th, 1890.
Oh, now I don't even... I mean, I can't even watch this show.
I know,
now.
this threw it all out. So yeah, that's it. That's where we're at with that. Thanks. Have you guys watched the series? Let us know. Seriously,
yeah,
I'd be interested. I'd be interested if anyone, because I don't even, as a kid, I watched a lot of TV back in the day.
Son of a bitch.
It's already, it's taken away. It's taken away. You don't like passive-aggressive podcasters, so. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Okay, I'm done now.
All right, give me that one too. As a kid watching way too much television back in the day too, I seriously do not remember this at all.
I had no memory of this existing.
And I pretty much watched all of like Friday night television too, you know, thank God it's Friday. Especially with ABC, you would think like, oh hey, you know, it's Family Matters and
Step by Step.
Step by Step and Timecop. Oh sweet. You know, I don't know.
Dinosaurs.
Yep. I don't know when this came out, but it's weird though too that even at that time it was an hour-long series.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw that.
Yeah.
That's so wild that they greenlit that. Timecop was a big movie. So.
It was, man. It made a lot of money, so it does make sense in the end. And I don't know if this actually came out before Timecop, the Berlin... what's the sequel called? Do you remember?
No. Sadly, I don't. Doesn't matter if it came out before it, though, because with time travel, you could just... man.
The Berlin Decision, Timecop 2. That came out in 2003. So, yeah, this came out... Okay, so we are doing this in order.
Yep.
Sweet. Awesome.
Chronological order.
There we go,
No
baby.
ripples caused.
No, exactly. Oh, my God, who's knocking at our door? It's us from the future.
Yes. Let's give him a high five.
All right.
I'm just waiting in the series for someone to
I know,
touch
I can't
their
wait.
past self.
I can't wait. I thought we were going to get it. I thought we were going to get it.
I'm
see.
waiting to see what their version of the
what their goop mess will look like. So
touching yourself and making a goop mess.
That's what happens when you touch yourself. All right. Oh man. Okay, that wraps it up for this episode. We appreciate all you that listen and those that stay in contact with us. Thank you so much. We absolutely love all you Van Damme fans and for sticking with us while we're not, watching any Van Damme films. We still need to watch Blackwater. I haven't checked to see if it's out on demand yet or not, but I'm assuming it is. So we'll get into that. All right, guys, that's it. I am John.
And I am Jeff.
And you have been listening to another episode of the Jean Pod Van Damme Cast. Hey, Donna, you want to go into the time past?